PlayStation 4. I've had some time to take a look at it. I've messed with the interface a little bit. I've gotten used to it. It's a little bit different than the PS3. It doesn't have the customization options that you had before, like changing the background, and you can't really move things around into any particular grouping or category like you could before. With the Xbox One, you can. My buddy actually got one. He pre-ordered it, got it on launch day. However, his is bricked. It doesn't work. Green screen of death is what he said he had, so sucks to be him, because my PS4 works just fine. I also got the PS4 camera, and I want to take a look at that today and see just how the Playroom works, which is kind of like a tech demo for the PlayStation 4, and it works in synchronization with the DualShock 4 light bar. So let's take a look. Let's mess around with the Playroom. So logically, it would only make sense to use the microphone to open the game, so let's see. PlayStation. The Playroom. Start. How about that? Amazing! So like I said earlier, the Playroom is really just a tech demo for what the PlayStation 4 camera can pull off. Ooh, discover a magical place for PlayStation camera and DualShock 4 wireless controller experiments. Okay. Now, I've already set up the camera. As you can see, I'm right here. And I'm also on the couch. Why don't we go ahead and look at the camera setup? So really, it just tells you how much space you need. You need about 8 feet from you and the camera. Don't want too much light. Don't want any glares. You gotta clean up your lighting, blah, blah, blah. And it also shows you that your camera should be about knee height when you are standing for the best results. And it does have a little tilt mechanism in it to tilt it, but mine's already set up. Looks good to me. I think we're ready. Scanning. Very Terminator. Oh, now you see I kind of have control, and the camera is following me based on that light bar. It's got that cool little crosshair on it. Touchpad. You can see it's now controlled with the touchpad, which is nice. Apparently, the camera thinks I'm trying to talk to it. Dual motors, I'm feeling that rumble. Oh, the rumble. Motion sensors, obviously are working fine. Can totally control that. Speaker. Ooh, can you hear that? Sounds good. Now that is what we call fanfare. That's what that is. Straight up fanfare for the system. Interesting way to show it off. Now that I'm actually into the real game, the Playroom, if you can even call it a game, you use a lot of the touchpad for control, so swiping up will give you that main menu. And again, it kind of follows my motion based on that light bar. It's actually kind of hard to be precise. You can't use the analog to control the menu, you have to use the touchpad. So the first thing that you look at is the AR bots. Just relax and enjoy taking your little friends out for a stroll on your floor. Here we go. So first it's gonna load up the controller there. Thank you. Loading the controller up with the AR bots. I can actually swipe down and look inside. And you can see they're all shoved in there, and I'm just ruining their day by shaking it all around. You can also see the buttons when I press them. Kind of makes it like a dance club. How silly is that? Very. But now we want to bring the AR bots into the floor so I can interact with them with this motion sensing of the camera and all that. So let's swipe some of those bad boys out. There you go. There's one on the floor. Aren't you just cute? Okay, well you walked over my feet. That's unrealistic. So get, yep, up. You can interact with them. Just litter the floor with these things. It's interesting. I don't know how accurate it is. I can actually set this down. You can also play peekaboo with them, because that's what you want to do when you're a hardcore gamer, right? Just. kind of... Ah! You just got scared, except for this one right here. Not so much. When you're tired of them, you can just vacuum them up by pressing this button. That's so wrong. Oh, we missed one. Get in there. Get in. Hey, hey. Oh, I guess it needs the light bar. It missed the light bar. See, that's how inaccurate it can be if it doesn't see that light bar on the controller. Now, if you bring out enough little robots, you get a little surprise. Just bring them all out. Every single one. Oh my goodness, that's a lot of robots. And then you just randomly get a rubber duck. No big deal. It's just a ducky, see? You never know. And you might need a little ducky, right? No big deal. Now, if they all group in... Here, come here, guys. Come in. Come in here. Come in here. Fill in. Fill in. Fill in. We can just go kick crazy. Do a little da. That looked very painful, I'll be honest. These guys are annoying. Let's just... Gotta clean this up. Swipe it on up. And now I can find the next one, which is play with Asobi. A-S-O-B-I? I don't know how you say his name, but let's open that up. Let your metallic friend out to fly around the room. Now I can hear him. Now here's my mic right here. Can you hear him? He's in there. Try rubbing the touchpad. I will. Tenderly. Ah, yes. Ooh, and there he is. It's pretty cool that he can recognize my location and kind of move around me. He'll scan me. Super accurate. Super accurate. He's got these little diddly bobs here that you can tickle. Legs? I don't know what those things are, but they make me very uncomfortable. Is this what this is gonna turn into? Is that what this is? Yeah, that was a good punch. Okay. Now I've made him upset. And he froze my face. He froze my face. Let's just kind of punch, get some... There we go. Uh-oh. Well. What a flamer. You're sad? I don't care. Get back in here. Come on. Come on. It's time to go. Everybody's had enough. We've had enough. What else is there? There's one other activity that you can do in the Playroom currently. There's some other things that are going to be coming out for this in the future. And that is air hockey. But that requires 2 players, as you can see. No friends. No friends. I do have another controller, though, so let's start up air hockey anyway. Oh, it wants it connected now? I'll do it! Okay, let's start up the second controller. And it's probably going to ask me to assign someone to it. You can assign people to each controller. Play as a guest. So, now this one is glowing red because it's player 2. And mine, of course, is blue. So we're going to hit that button to start air hockey. How sad is this? Double knee style. How about that? Welcome to this retro classic for 2 players. The first to 7 points wins. You can share photos and videos at any time pressing the share button. Fancy, but I won't be doing that. I don't want to share my loneliness. Press any button to play. Now I believe we both have to swipe up to start the game to open up the field. So, swiping up opens up the field. You can see the blue side is controlled with that controller by moving it up, down, left, and right. And the red second player controller can move the field around as well. You can stretch it out, shrink it up, bend it, and that can make the ball move in different ways. You have to control everything by the touchpad, which makes it a little more difficult to swipe up and down. You can see moving up and down and moving up and down. And you press down to serve the ball. Just like that. Oh, and lost to myself. How about that? Again, you can curve it around, try to make it more difficult as it moves down and around to confuse the other player. And by the other player, I'm confusing myself. It's like an accordion of tennis. How fun is this? Ping pong accordion. Wonderful. There we go, 7 points. Now I've won. I've won. And here's the cool thing. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yes, a little champagne to enjoy. What do I have to do? Oh, hear it in there? I have to shake it up. Shaking it up! Shaking it up! And then a little celebratory kasploosh! How weird is that, huh? Huh? Interesting. Congratulations, that's the Playroom on the PlayStation 4. I'm gonna go play a real game, because this is not a real game. I'll see ya. The PlayStation 4. Let's look inside. Whoa, hello. Okay.